ABC17 on this Monday morning. We've been talking a lot about record-breaking temperatures the past few days, and you're probably thinking, oh, you mean the record-breaking highs. Not just the highs, but it's also been how warm the temperatures have been overnight. The last couple of mornings, we've been breaking those record high minimums, is officially what they're called, and we're on the verge of doing it again the next couple of mornings as those temperature readings are not expected to cool off. For example, this morning, the record high minimum temperature is 78 degrees. We've only cooled off to 80. So if we don't cool off anymore, that would be another record. And then once again tomorrow morning. But we get a little bit of help the next few days. We've got a weak front coming in late Tuesday night into Wednesday. That's going to tug temperature readings back down at least closer to normal. 69 is the normal low for this time of year. And along with that little drop in temperatures, it's not a huge one, we'll also get the humidity levels to fall as well with that front. So at least a little bit of something to look forward to after several days of record-breaking temperatures. Out the door, as I mentioned, that temperature reading has dropped about a degree over the past 30 minutes. That breeze, though, is starting to pick up. We've got 10 to 15 mile-per-hour winds currently in some of those inland spots. Lake Conroe, still some single-digit wind speeds. We're at 78 degrees with a feels-like temperature of 81. Your boat and beach report, got to give you that. We've got a small craft, not advisory, but use caution. There will be those moderate winds coming in from the south, 15 to 20 knots. It will be choppy around the bays, and similar to what we saw over the weekend with those onshore winds, dangerous rip currents that could last through this evening, but could continue at least for the next couple of days with those wave heights anywhere between 4 to 5 feet. Here's where the winds currently stand. We've got 12 mile-per-hour winds around the Katy area. Not bad right now in Sealy, single-digit wind speeds, anywhere between 10 to 15 mile-per-hour winds out toward Bay City as well as Wharton. But notice that the winds are going to steadily pick up. Those of you down along the coastline, around Angleton, Lake Jackson, those winds could gust closer to 30, but out toward Sealy in Columbus, Washington County, out toward Brenham, those wind gusts could be even stronger. Expect those winds to begin dropping off as we get into the overnight, early morning hours on Tuesday. Temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s, and with just enough clouds today, that should limit how warm temperatures get. I think this afternoon, very similar to yesterday with a mostly cloudy sky, temperature reading should be in the low 70s, so, or rather low 90s, so that's going to avoid that record of 95 at Bush Airport. Want to show you the feels like forecast. Right now, it looks like those feels like forecasts not too far off from the air temperatures in the mid 90s, but as we get a cool front coming in sometime Tuesday afternoon, it does look like those feels like temperature readings will be somewhere into the low 100s, between 100 to 106 Tuesday afternoon, and then we'll see that drop off in temperatures overnight. Here's a look at today's forecast. We've got some strong to severe thunderstorms that'll be blowing through the northern parts of the state, extending all the way up toward Kansas City, portions of Missouri, and you can see the northwest parts of our viewing area from Brenham up toward the Brazos Valley, maybe even the Piney Woods area could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. A couple of those could be on the strong side, and those will develop overnight while many of you are sleeping. It does look like that boundary is going to fizzle out as it approaches Interstate 10, but right now we've kept in about a 30% chance of some wet weather. Overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, along with that humidity drop, some of you in our far northern counties are going to experience a nice temperature drop. Low 60s in Woodville, mid 60s in Livingston. That should feel nice, in addition to some lower humidity. As we get into the weekend, those winds are going to be turning out of the Gulf. That's going to increase the humidity, and right now it does look like we may see some wet weather. 20% chance over the weekend, but a wetter pattern could unfold early next week with a 30% chance of showers and storms on Memorial Day.